how to make this beautiful modern slide deck in PowerPoint all the way from scratch, and also we learn how you can animate it and customize it to your own liking. Let's start from a blank slide. Right click, paste an image. I like to fill it for the entire image and then right click cut, right click format background, and here we can select picture and texture fill and then clip whatever we have from the clipboard so we can fill it as the background image, and this gives you a fixed background. Next we want to add a rectangle on top of everything, remove the outlines, shape fill something dark blue, maybe let's give it a gradient, so right click format shape, gradient fill, and then on the right stop we're going to add about 70% transparency, so we have a nice fade on the right side. We can play with the settings from the left, so that gives us a darker left side of the slide. Add an extra stop all the way to the right and increase the transparency to 100%. We'll see in a minute why we do this. Now let's add a text box on the left. It can be quite large. And let's add the letter A. We're going to use the font chunk 5, make it white, and increase the size to about 400 something. This is always a pretty nice font to blow up on the full screen. Add a little shape on top of the letter and duplicate the slide. Select the letter and the shape. It can be any shape that you want. Merge and then union. And this way it's no longer a text box, but it's a fixed shape in the letter. And this way it contains all the properties of a shape, so you can do shape fill, make it any color that you like, and you don't longer need to use the text fill. This also means that the text is no longer editable, that's why we duplicated the slide earlier. Let's add another text box with a title. Let's go for some locations, so Australia, give it the same font, chunk 5, about 40 something for the font size, maybe a little bit bigger, 44, and make it white. Add some text box below it for some dummy text, and copy the text that you want. Reduce the font size to about 10, and we're going to use Montserrat and a light. That is always a nice combination with the chunk 5 font. Position the text correctly so it's nicely balanced. Right click on the letter or the object and then slide background fill, and this will create a cutout through the letter, which means if you reposition it on the slide it will always take the fill of the background image, which is quite a nice effect. Let's position it again to where we started from. And this is how you can create this beautiful slide. Let's do it again with a second image. Fill it on the complete page. This designer tab is really helpful if you want to expand images full screen, so you can always turn it on. Cut the image, right click, format background, picture or texture fill, clipboard, and then you have a nicely formatted background. Copy the gradient and the text on the slide, change the text that you have, copy the letter and the little shape, paste it on the slide. Let's make it B in this example and repeat the same steps. So I'll speed up the process for the other different slides and then we can look at the animation part. And now we have the nice slides that we want. Duplicate the first slide, move the background fade to the left, and you see it gives a nice fade when you move over the letter. Remove the text, click on the second slide, transition and morph, and this gives a very nice wipe effect of the slides. Also use the push or the wipe transition. Let's do that for the other slides and preview. Now you know how to make this beautiful letter-inspired PowerPoint presentation all the way from scratch and also animate it in PowerPoint. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and if you want to learn more about PowerPoint, click on the video on screen.